Goodbye, Red 4xe. It was fun. Had a lot of adventures.
Well, folks, the 4xe is gone. I traded it in on this 2020 Ram 2500 Power Wagon. This is the second Power Wagon that I've ever owned. I used to own a 2014 Ram Tradesman Power Wagon that is featured on my channel from several years ago. After owning the Rubicon 4xe for 8 months and putting over 15,000 miles, I've come to realize that it's not the great gas saver that it's made out to be. Yes, if you use it mostly in town and on short trips, it's great. I really did like the electric motor, and I wanted to know what it was like to own and operate a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. But when it comes to the kind of driving and trips we take, this just wasn't the most ideal vehicle. I like that it was a Jeep and could still be modified and taken off-road like a true Wrangler. But our family has grown and gotten to the point where something larger makes more sense for the long road trips that we like to take. And not only that, the Power Wagon costs roughly the same price as the 4xe. So in my mind, you're getting so much more vehicle for the money that you are spending. Now, I would have loved to have had a Rubicon 392, especially after test driving one a few months ago. But they're just so expensive. I cannot justify spending that much money on a Jeep when it basically is still just a Jeep. I know that's saying a lot. It can do a lot, but you're basically just still in a Wrangler that now has a muscle car engine in it. Whereas I feel like with the Power Wagon, I'm getting a much more practical Rubicon 392, not as off-road capable, but still has a lot of the off-road hardware, and other than its size, is just about as capable as any Rubicon. And it still has this. It has the same engine, has the 6.4 liter Hemi, just not as high performance tuned as the Rubicon 392. This one sounds just as amazing. It has an aftermarket exhaust on it that sounds perfect, the way I would have done had I bought this thing new and changed it myself. So it sounds every bit as good as a Rubicon 392, has more room, it's more practical, can still go off-road, can tow more than a Rubicon 392. For me, this was just the decision to make. This is a win-win scenario. It's a better vehicle, has slightly higher mileage than mine did, but it was basically an even swap with the 4xe. So this weekend, I'm driving up from San Antonio, Texas to the city of Longview, Texas to pick up some factory rock rails that I scored off of Facebook Marketplace. These rock rails are usually takeoffs from the 75th anniversary Power Wagon that they started offering these on, and they help protect the body of the truck when negotiating obstacles off-road. A lot of people don't give these rock rails credit, but these are designed very similar to the ones that come on the Jeep Wrangler Rubicons, and although they mount to the pinch weld of the body, I've had the entire weight of my Jeeps on top of these and seen absolutely zero body damage.
Yeah, dropped it.
So I have perfect confidence in the abilities of these rock rails, and they're very affordable when found used. I happened to score these for $140, so pretty happy with that. And since I will be in the vicinity of the Barnwell Mountain Off-Road Park, which is located near Gilmer, Texas, I've decided to take this opportunity to tow my recently purchased M1102 military trailer off-road and camp with it. Ever since I picked this trailer up, I've been dying to take it off pavement and see how well it can do on the trail. So let's get it out there and see how it does.
My parents are both liars. I got gifts
that thing flexing in these gnarly ruts here. Camera doesn't do it justice. But that's a pretty deep hole. Can't even get around. Hey, just stopped for a potty break. We've got a porta potty here at this. This is the Xterra camp. It's a, I guess, designated primitive camping site here at Barnwell Mountain. They've even got a shelter with picnic tables. Seems like nobody's claimed it. Wondering if I should. Only a handful of other ones here. It is still kind of early though. I'm leaving the trailer here to kind of mark my campsite. I forgot to fill up my water, my
roto packs with water, and I'm gonna go back and see if there's an area that I can fill them, so that way I have some just like potable water. Hopefully nobody comes back here. See here, here's where I got, here's the entrance off the main road, here's where I got water, here's where I set up camp and dropped off the trailer. I went this way instead, and I'm just taking this new track in here that I haven't been down, so be there shortly. Well, it was clear to go up this hill that I need to put my 2 sets of wheels there, but this stretch here was just too long, or I'm too long, and the very main reason I came out here was to get body protection, and see a little bit of sheet metal there. Here and right there. I mean, it's fine, the doors will open, but really bummed. Like, I just couldn't wait. Just couldn't wait to get it out until after I put the rock rails on. Got the stinking rock rails in the bed, just haven't installed them. Would have prevented all that right there. Well, I'm really pissed at myself for doing that. Nobody else to blame but me. It said this was a 2 diamond, so I figured, well, for, you know, that this would be okay, but it just, that one little spot, just had to run a new trail before we were getting back to camp. Oh well, still a fun day. Whoa! I know what you're thinking. Steak? Again? I was at the grocery store and I just could not get myself to cook anything else. Man, I just can't get over that. Like, did I have to go up that? So stupid. Like, I knew that was too close. The long wheelbase threw me off. I was thinking the rear tire would pick up that side of the body sooner, but it didn't. I just didn't think it would dig in that deep, even if I did touch, but it did. That sheet metal there must not be very, although there was like a pretty hard rock in the middle of all that, what looked like just a bunch of sand and dirt. I think that's what caused the biggest dent in that door. Thing is, if that rock rail was on there, it would have touched first. I would have known, I would have backed up. Hindsight is always 20/20. This is becoming the channel of cliches. Always expect the unexpected, and hindsight is 20/20. Man, how much is that gonna cost to fix, make it look right? Can they even fix it? It's in a part of the door that to me seems like it'd be hard to get to straighten. I guess it's just gonna have to be battle scars. Take some Rust-Oleum spray paint, paint over it, put the rock rail on to protect it for next time. It's one of those things that you get over, but man, especially the first hit, and then it's just the way that it could have been prevented so easily. Now I know what everyone's gonna say. They're gonna say, that's why you don't wheel alone. If you have a spotter, blah, blah, blah. Well, nobody's perfect. Sometimes you just want to take advantage of the situation. I came up here to pick up some rock rails, ironically enough, to protect the body of the truck. I took those awful looking tube steps that just totally ruined the ground clearance of this thing. Well, maybe I should have kept those on. They would have definitely told me it was not. I would have hit those already on so many other things. So beautiful out here though. This is the perfect little spot. Not quite 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is supposed to be quiet time. Everyone's supposed to be off the trail, no generators. Few passers-by, little night wheeling. It's a Saturday night. It's about 69 degrees. Humidity's low. That many bugs. This is perfect.
Camping in the forest is so different than camping in the desert. In some ways, it's more comforting. You don't feel as out in the open. But at the same time, you don't know what's lurking behind all the trees. Part of the reason I like having a rooftop tent is that you're off the ground above where most of the critters are. Now, I'm not a big fan of spiders, and you would think being on top of this pretty tall trailer up off the ground would keep you safe, somewhat safe from any spiders that are around, but I would soon find out that's not the case, at least not with a particular type of spider. I'm not sure why there were so many daddy long-legged spiders. I must have parked near a nest or one of their homes or something, but they were pretty nuisance, especially when it came to putting the tent away. They kept trying to crawl up into the trailer, and I kept knocking them down. Just one of those things. I've never run across this before, but you just never know what you'll run into when you're camping in the wild. When you're out in nature, you're at the mercy of whatever's out there, usually. Well, this is going to wrap this episode up. Please stay tuned as I outfit this Power Wagon for my off-roading, camping, and overlanding needs, and also the M1102 trailer, which I will hopefully over time upgrade as well. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to be notified of the next motoring adventure. We'll see you next time.